Yo, this is Mike, Ringmaster of the Imagination Circus, and I'm here to welcome you all in my thoughts and possible theories and or speculations, if you've read the title, for RWBY Volume 6. Now, I'm a huge fan of RWBY and Rooster Teeth. I brought it up in a fairly recent video about me going to Comic-Con, seeing the animation panel they had there, and it was great. I've decided I'm going to do some reactions for Volume 6 of RWBY, and because of that, I want to do some speculations or just give my thoughts after the trailer that was released 2 days ago, I guess, at this point. It depends, and again, who knows when I'll actually get this out. But regardless, I'm going to give my thoughts. First off, I want to speculate on what happens based purely on what we see in the trailer. So honestly, looking at the trailer, I have to say, I think this might, and this is my speculation, I'm pretty sure this is just the first few episodes or chapters of the volume. I don't think that these are this is very far into it. It's been said that we're going to have 14 chapters once again, like we did with the last volume. So I'm going to assume that these are all within the first 5 or 6, maybe 7 chapters of the volume at most. At least that's my thought. I don't think this is very far into it, at least the few clips we do see. That's my speculation. I can't imagine they'll show us that much. Secondly, we don't know if we're going to actually reach Atlas by the end of this volume or even halfway through it at all. So here are my thoughts. There's about a 50-50 chance either way, really. Based on this, it does make me a little bit worried for Team Juniper, but I'm going to assume, based on the fact that they're not really in on the poster and the fact that all this happens, is that they simply get separated. It looks like things don't go very well for our team early on. And, you know, that makes sense. They just had a major victory, so we can't have things continuously go well for them. We gotta have the stakes. Things have to fluctuate. Things have to flip-flop. Things have to go from bad to worse to good to bad and in between in every possibility. So I'm going to assume, regardless of whether we reach Atlas or not, that the end of this volume is going to be a bittersweet kind of ending. That's my thought on that. But let's get to the truest reason for me making this video, and that would be this scene here. This scene is what has been on my mind since I first watched it. This is the scene that has caught my attention the most. It is, of course, Oscar on his knees, and in fact, more than likely, Ozpin in control, and it looks like it doesn't look great. Whatever's happened here is a sign that things have not gone great, especially since Crow is no longer with the group. We already lost Juniper somewhere along the way. Probably still alive. I don't think they're dead. But Crow's gone too, and hell, even the old lady's gone. So clearly something has happened up to this point, and that worries me. That worries me a great deal, especially with the looks on all of Team RWBY's face. And whatever it is, I think it has to do with the relic of knowledge. RWBY is shocked and kind of dismayed looking. Everybody else looks kind of angry. I mean, in Weiss and Yang's case, there's definite anger there. Blake, on the other hand, looks perturbed at best, on guard, probably because she's the newest to what's going on, and therefore, even if they filled her in at this point, and they must have, because really, why wouldn't they have at this point? The fact is that she's probably still on guard about this whole insane situation, and therefore she's not outright angry, but she definitely isn't happy. And meanwhile, RWBY, as we've seen throughout the trailer, is the one not only holding on to the, relic of knowledge, but she's holding it, cradling it here, looking surprised. Here's my speculation. Here's my theory, if you will, concerning this whole thing. That RWBY learned something very, very bad about Ozpin's history. Something that causes this situation, causes the others to get angry. And she learns it from the relic of knowledge. Why do I say that? I assume that when you have all 4 of the relics together, they will combine to allow you to essentially change the world into your own image or whatever you want. That's my thought on the relics as a whole, but for the individual relics, I imagine you're given great power based on the name of the thing that they represent. In this case, knowledge. Knowledge would allow you, at least as far as I'm concerned, to be able to view different facts, to learn things. With the Relic of Knowledge, I think I think the reason that they got this one first is because by using it, we will have easy access to certain secrets or facts that we have long wanted to know. And with it, like things like the secret of the Silver Eyes, the history of Team Stark, Ozpin's long life, and not to mention the reason for the conflict between him and Salem. So many secrets, all hidden within this one object. And I think that's what's happening here. I think that the reason Yang is so pissed is because Ozpin, who never technically agreed to not keep secrets, he simply said, understood.
But if we're going to help, if we're going to keep risking our lives, no more lies, no more half-truths.
Understood.
And that is just the kind of thing that a Grand Master like dear old Ozpin would say. He's playing it close to the chest. He's not going to tell them everything. True, he's more than willing to answer their questions, but he's definitely not done keeping secrets. And because of that, this situation is looking bad. And obviously the RWBY crew, the Crewbie and Rooster Teeth are going to try and keep us on our toes. They're going to try and hype up everything that's going to happen in this volume. They're going to make it seem like things are only going to get worse. So anyway, thank you for coming and visiting me here at Imagination Circus Productions. This is Mike, Ringmaster, thanking you, and please, come back for more.